Relationship has been messed up. Men now see women as objects to satisfy their lustful desires, while women see men as objects to pay their bills and fund their lifestyle. And all this can be attributed to the advent of fraudsters. So what will happen is a kid who has zero experience, zero acumen towards life and how the world works would defraud some moron. And as men, when you get a little bit of power and status, it's a natural tendency to seek multiple partners. You would see this consistent thread run across every single sultan, every emperor, every conqueror. They all had multiple partners. So immediately this person gets this money, because he has zero experience and nothing else to offer, he begins to throw a lot of these finances at the chick. And the girl, because he has nothing to offer, might find it entertaining at first. The Gucci bags, the trips, the Louis Vuitton, the emasculinity of the man, because he's always begging, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. All those can be entertaining for a while, but as the relationship progresses, you find out that she's always one step out of the door. She's always threatening you to leave. All you're doing is delaying the process with the money. All of a sudden, when that money runs dry, she leaves you and you call her a whore, you call her a sex worker, you call her names, you say it's her fault, but the reality of it is you have nothing to offer, and you wonder why all your relationship they're after your money, because that's all you have to offer. That's the first one. So that's the problem. And if the ladies, her friends comes to her and say, bro, your lifestyle is increasing, tell me the secret, tell me the secret. She tells them that there's this guy, he's into fraud, but he has zero experience about life. Then females begin to seek out those kind of partners and commoditize their body for Instagram likes and follows. That's all it is. It's so sad to see that just about 10 years ago, the idea that you as a female could walk the streets with someone who's not your partner, someone you're not married to publicly, was totally unheard of. You would get stares from the streets, you wouldn't be comfortable, everybody would label you some kind of bad kid and would want their children, especially their female children, to disassociate from you. Everybody, even the puritanical neighbors, would take it upon themselves to speak to your guardian or your parents to warn you to desist from your bad behaviors. Just about 10 years ago, all of this was happening. But right now, we are in such a gradual decline that even kids now engage in this moral decadence. Something happened recently, I won't say recently, about years ago. I'm not sure it's up to a year. So one day I was in my apartment and I heard a knock. Look through the peephole. Who's there? Laundry guy. Opened up the door for the laundry guy, gestured him to come in. For about 5 minutes we were conversing and he was lamenting about the increase in price and how it affected the service. So he gave me the new price list for his services. Cool. I just showed where my laundry is and he took it out. So for the next 30 minutes, I forget what I went out to get. I set out to the store. It was a 30 minutes walk from my previous apartment. 10 minutes into the journey, I looked to the left where the laundry store is stationed. By now he was closed. It was a very dark corner and I could see two figures. 5-year-old girl, 5-year-old guy, kissing. Immediately I looked to that, I fixed my gaze towards them. They disengaged, looking at me, waiting for my next move. And as soon as I gestured to move away from them, they continued what they were doing. If it was during the days of old, say 10 to 15 years ago, those children would run away. They were not even scared at my presence. If they were caught, the guardians would make sure they beat them to stupor. The neighbors, everybody would know about it. Everybody would know about it. The girl child would be stigmatized. The guardians would make sure those kids never see eye to eye. Parents, in turn, by extension, would warn their female and male children to desist from any kind of friendship with those children who were caught in the activity. They will be stigmatized, they will be ostracized from society. Men wouldn't even allow their children to play something as trivial as football with them. That was how strict morality was. That was the level of sanctimony 10 to 15 years ago. Now it's all moral decadence. I saw a video days ago, and it was a 2-year-old female working on a 3-year-old guy. It was some kind of birthday party. I refuse to believe that those children organized that birthday party by themselves without the knowledge of an adult, and also without the supervision of an adult. I believe there was an adult watching them go down the slippery slope of decline, and you wonder why your female child grows up to be a whore. Train up the child in the ways of the scripture, so when he grows up, he shall not desist from it, says the Bible. Train him up now. Do not wait till he's 20. Oh, he's still a kid. And when he's 20, he becomes a whore or an armed robber. You start to give him advice. You start to pray for him. You begin to tell him, this is wrong. You're killing me. You're ruining my reputation. But you do not want to take action now. This is the problem with men. They have become so weak. When you go on a date, at least when I go on the date, all I'm thinking about is, okay, I saw this lady on Instagram. She looks cute. I'm going to enjoy her company. If we get along, fine. If we don't get along, I will be very respectful, pay for the dinner, and leave. What most of you think is, okay, I spent a lot of money on this dinner date. I have to get laid. And when you go in with that mindset, if you've been following me for long enough, you understand that your mindset controls your physical reality. Your mindset controls your body and how you act. Your mindset is the instructor. Your body is just an executor. You and I both know if you give a taxi guy $1 million, in a matter of years, you would find him back in that position. Now, is he the one to blame for that mistake and wastage? Perhaps not, but it is mind that controls behaviors around his life to waste that money back to a level where the mindset say you are proper. But that topic is beyond the scope of this video. So your mindset would start controlling behaviors to make you subservient, to make you servant. You would agree with every single thing she said, even though she's wrong. You would answer all her questions, you would be servant, and women would pick up on that. How this guy who's never met me before being so agreeable? Chance you are unlikely not to get what you want. But if you come along and say hello, hi, purposefully ignore some of our questions that you deem to be irrelevant. How much do you make a year? Ignore it. You don't have to ignore it or come out as abrasive or rude. Subtle confidence. There was this guy called Julian Slazy in the early 15th centuries. He rose from the peasant stock and later became the king of Egypt, I believe. Julian Slazy. While he was a courtier, he impressed the king because of his subtle confidence. He would carry himself like an aristocrat. He would not stoop to the level of the bullies, of the princes who were blustery and arrogant. They would try to push him around, but he wouldn't take it into account. His subtle grace under fire, his patience, his listening, all of these characteristics made him seem destined for great. And every single person around him knew the exact same thing, that this person is destined to be the king because he acted as if he was already there. So it's the same thing with you. If you are the confident version of yourself, portray that confidence to the opposite person. Majority of you make this mistake and say, all right, when I get what I want, then I'll reveal my true self. The reality of it is you're most likely not to get what you want, and even if you do, it becomes very disgusting because you're not going to get it again because you changed. As you changed. No, be who you are. You cannot project anything other than yourself for an extended period of time. Only yourself. Project yourself. That's one thing. Another thing is, in your 20s, you have to be a very strong and capable man. The reality of it is, most people are going to treat you bad. You are born without value, so you have to go and level up yourself like a video game character. Females of your age are more valuable to the sexual marketplace, and by extension, they have multiple partners. So you, my friend, might not have the same leverage. You might not be able to impose your authority on her because you've not become the kind of person she wants to submit to. So your 20s should not be about trying to get as much girls as possible. That is irrelevant. The reality of it is, clubs, women, you're not going to go anywhere. All you have to do is become a kind of man who naturally attracts these people. Do not fall in this stupid idea that I don't want to play this game of power. Why can't I just be honest? Why can't I just be me? I have sent you as sheep unto wolves. If you don't understand the law of the jungle, you're going to get eaten. So you have to understand the laws that governs this jungle. Be malleable, be fluid as water. Robert Greene, in the last law of the 48 laws of power, he said, assume formlessness, be fluid as water, constantly adapting to the shape and form of the current situation. Learn how to improve yourself as a man. As always, friend, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.